Once upon a time in a remote village nestled among the tranquil mountains, there lived a revered Zen master named Eiichi. Eiichi was known throughout the region for his deep wisdom, profound insights, and his uncanny ability to guide people toward enlightenment and self-discovery. While Eiichi was renowned for his spiritual teachings, he also offered invaluable lessons on how to navigate the intricacies of human relationships. Many villagers and travelers sought his guidance on matters of communication, understanding, and harmony. One day, a young villager named Yuki approached Eiichi with a troubled heart. Yuki had been experiencing difficulties in his interactions with others, and he sought the Zen master's guidance. Eiichi, with a serene smile, welcomed Yuki into his modest dwelling, which was adorned with scrolls of ancient wisdom and the fragrance of burning incense. Yuki, his eyes filled with a sense of longing and concern, shared his frustrations and challenges in dealing with people. Eiichi, the embodiment of serenity, nodded empathetically, inviting Yuki to sit by his side. He began to share a tale, a story that would unveil the profound wisdom of never uttering certain things to others. Chapter 1: The Power of Never Underestimating. Eiichi spoke of a young artist in the village, Kenji, who was well known for his intricate paintings and sculptures. He had spent years mastering his craft, striving to convey the depth of human emotion through his art. One day, a visitor examined Kenji's work and remarked, "Your art is beautiful, but I'm not sure if it will ever be as exquisite as the works of the great masters." Kenji's spirit was crushed. The words of the visitor lingered in his mind like a heavy cloud, casting a shadow over his passion. He began to doubt his artistic abilities and his own worth. Eiichi gently said to Yuki, "The power of words should never be underestimated, for they can either lift a person's spirit or break their heart. The first thing you should never tell anyone is that their efforts and passions are insignificant or inferior. Such words have the potential to erode one's self-belief and extinguish the flame of their potential." Yuki listened carefully, realizing the gravity of underestimating another person's dreams and endeavors. Eiichi's message was clear: never undermine someone's aspirations or hard work with discouraging words. Chapter 2: The Destructive Force of Criticism. Eiichi shared the tale of a farmer named Sato, who had devoted his life to tilling the fields and cultivating the land. He took great pride in his work, but Sato's neighbor, Takashi, always found fault in his farming methods. Takashi would frequently visit Sato's farm and offer unsolicited criticism, pointing out flaws and inefficiencies. Over time, Sato's confidence waned, and he began to doubt his farming abilities. His once bountiful crops withered, and his fields grew barren. Takashi's constant criticism had a destructive force that seemed to drain the vitality from Sato's endeavors. Eiichi turned to Yuki and said, "The second thing you should never tell anyone is that their efforts are flawed or inadequate. Criticism can be constructive when offered with kindness and consideration, but when wielded as a weapon, it can erode a person's self-esteem and creativity, much like the relentless drip of water that hollows out a stone." Yuki realized that the destructive force of criticism, delivered without empathy, could diminish one's self-belief and passion. Eiichi's teaching was clear: never criticize someone's efforts in a way that undermines their spirit. Chapter 3: The Poison of Resentment. Eiichi shared a story of two friends, Haru and Michi, who had shared many joyous moments and supported each other through life's challenges. However, over time, misunderstandings and disagreements began to sour their relationship. Resentment took root, and they exchanged harsh words and accusations. Their friendship withered under the weight of their grievances. One day, they decided to part ways, leaving behind a deep and lasting bitterness in their hearts. Eiichi spoke to Yuki, saying, "The third thing you should never tell anyone is to hold on to grudges or nurture resentment. Unresolved conflicts and lingering animosities can poison the bonds between individuals and lead to the decay of relationships. It is imperative to address conflicts with understanding and forgiveness." Yuki understood the importance of letting go of resentments and fostering forgiveness to maintain healthy relationships. Eiichi's wisdom was clear: never encourage someone to cling to grudges and animosities. Chapter 4: The Destructive Power of Gossip. Eiichi shared a tale of a small but close-knit village where everyone knew one another. There was a quiet and peaceful atmosphere until one day when a newcomer, Kaito, arrived. As the villagers observed Kaito, they began to whisper and gossip about his unfamiliar customs and mannerisms. Gossip spread like wildfire, and before long, the village was divided. The sense of unity and harmony that had defined the community was replaced by suspicion and mistrust. People began to avoid Kaito, and he felt isolated and rejected. Eiichi conveyed a powerful message to Yuki: the fourth thing you should never tell anyone is to participate in or spread hurtful gossip about another person. Gossip can be a destructive force that shatters trust and unity within a community. It sows the seeds of division and pain. Yuki realized the harm that gossip could inflict on individuals and communities. Eiichi's lesson was clear: never engage in or perpetuate destructive gossip about others. Chapter 5: The Weight of Unwarranted Judgment. Eiichi shared a story of a traveler, Aiko, who ventured to a distant land. In her wanderings, Aiko encountered people from various cultures and backgrounds. She marveled at the diversity of humanity and the richness of each person's story. When Aiko returned to her own village, she shared her experiences and insights. Some villagers, however, reacted with disdain, claiming that other cultures were inferior to their own. They judged Aiko for her open-mindedness and her willingness to embrace diversity. Eiichi spoke to Yuki, saying, "The fifth thing you should never tell anyone is to pass unwarranted judgment on their beliefs, choices, or values. Each person's journey is unique, and it is not for others to impose their judgment or prejudices upon them." Respect for diverse perspectives is vital for fostering understanding and harmony. Yuki recognized the weight of unwarranted judgment and the importance of embracing diversity. Eiichi's teaching was clear: never impose one's judgment or prejudices onto another person. Chapter 6: The 5 Prohibitions. After Eiichi had shared these 5 essential teachings, Yuki sat in deep contemplation. He realized the profound impact that words and actions could have on the lives of individuals. Eiichi's wisdom had illuminated the path toward more compassionate, empathetic, and harmonious interactions with others. Eiichi summed up his teachings by saying, "Remember, Yuki, these 5 things you should never tell anyone are not mere prohibitions, they are guidelines for nurturing healthy and respectful relationships. By avoiding these harmful behaviors, you can contribute to a world where words and actions are a source of encouragement, support, and understanding." Yuki left Eiichi's dwelling with a newfound sense of purpose and understanding. He was determined to apply the Zen master's teachings to his interactions with others, nurturing positive, compassionate, and harmonious relationships. As the days passed, Yuki began to notice a transformation in his own life. By adhering to the wisdom of never underestimating, criticizing, nurturing resentments, engaging in destructive gossip, or imposing unwarranted judgment, he found that his interactions with friends, family, and acquaintances became more meaningful and supportive. The village, too, witnessed a change. As others observed Yuki's transformation and his commitment to these principles, they, too, began to embrace these teachings. The community grew closer, and a spirit of unity and understanding prevailed. And so, the village that had once been plagued by misunderstandings and discord became a haven of mutual respect and cooperation. Eiichi's teachings on what not to tell others had transformed not only Yuki's life but also the lives of those around him. Conclusion: the wisdom of words unspoken. In conclusion, the wisdom imparted by Zen Master Eiichi is a reminder of the profound impact that words and actions can have on our relationships and communities. The 5 things you should never tell anyone are not merely prohibitions, they are a guide to nurturing healthier, more respectful, and harmonious interactions. Never underestimating another's efforts and passions, refraining from criticism that undermines someone's spirit, letting go of resentments, avoiding destructive gossip, and refraining from imposing unwarranted judgment are the keys to fostering understanding and unity. By adhering to these principles, individuals can contribute to a world where words and actions become sources of encouragement, support, and empathy. Eiichi's teachings serve as a timeless reminder that our words have the power to build or break, to heal or harm. By choosing to be mindful of the impact of our words and actions, we can create a more compassionate and harmonious world for ourselves and those around us. And so, the village continued to thrive, guided by the wisdom of Eiichi's teachings. As Yuki and others applied these principles in their daily lives, they discovered that the path to understanding and unity began with the wisdom of words unspoken.
For loves and supports, please like this video and subscribe my YouTube channel to get more valuable information.